going to be looking at a tank in particular, but 6 tanks. I don't have these 6 tanks, obviously, because they just came out last night. What they are is the new uh, Soviet like medium tanks. Now, normally when new tanks come out, I really don't go through every single one of them to know what you could expect any of them. If you're thinking about going down that line, I will be going down that line. I'll be doing a review on each of the tanks instead of just going straight through them all and then doing the tier 10. I'm going to try to start doing that more because I'm not doing it, you know. Well, anyways, yeah, there's 6 of them. I will end up with the 430 before I end up with the 140 because I'm going to go down the line before I buy back the T54 and play it. I already have the T62. I've been told that the 140 is exactly like the T62 or just a tad better. Not a really big difference from what I've heard. They're pretty much the same tank. Now the 430 is different from the both of them, and that's why I want it. Turret armor is worse on the 140 than it is the T62A, and the 430 is just different. And the whole line is unique. Mainly tier 7, 8, and 9. The A43 isn't really, but let's get into C things. The tier 7 is the one that I want the most. I don't want all the tanks, but I mean the tier 7 is one that I'm excited about because going by my other experiences with tier 7 medium tanks, I really don't care for them. T20 was okay. I had a love-hate relationship with the Panther. Like, it was, I loved to hate it, and it tried to love me. It was like, come here, let me love you, and I was like, no, just stop. Even though people are like, oh, it's a really good tank, and every time I try to play it, it's like, so you want to get thrown into a tier 7 match? Here you go, here's a tier 9. Fight these objects. Yeah. Fight E75s and objects, 704s and stuff. Oh, you think you have some sort of frontal armor? No. No, you don't. Don't even try. Don't do this. I'm working on getting a KV5 review. I have it. I made an intro by myself yesterday. I uploaded it. People, mainly just to see if what you guys thought about it. What should I do? Making another one. As this video is going up, I'm working on one. Yeah. I'm on the T34. And as we can see, I'm 9,000 away from the A43. Now, if you look at it, this is the best I can do, really. As I've been told, this thing's more or less a scout tank because it really doesn't have good frontal armor. Since I've already went down the other lines, this tank doesn't take that long to get through. You have the 57 with an okay accuracy, stuff like that. This one has a crap accuracy, but a decent aim time, and really good aim time with crap accuracy. You're a generic tank, Russian tank, really, at low tiers. And this one is one that it starts to get interesting. This is kind of, I just like the look of it. It has really good frontal armor at 150 millimeters front. That's better than the T54. That's tier 9. That's pretty much a Tiger 2's frontal plate, and it's sloped, and it's amazing. The turret armor's, well, I'll actually get to the top package. It says turret armor 75, but when you look at this is completely stock. Like the whole list of things isn't like, you know, anything added to it, no packages, no nothing. You could see this tank is really fast at 59 kilometers an hour, but if it's the ground resistance and kind of how the IS-7 works and how the other Russian tanks work, well, some tanks, not all of them, it'll never see that top speed. Now, I don't know that. I know that it is the only tank on this line that can turn its turret 360. That is like a rear turret tank. Now the next two can't. This one can. Now, if you don't know why I'm so special about this tank, first of all, I don't have to go through much. But then when I get to this thing, so you see the gun? This is on a tier 7 medium tank. Now you have the option of like 76 and 57 millimeter guns, really good aim time, really good accuracy. I don't know what it is about this gun. It's like this gun makes me sad because the aim time is good, but then the accuracy is like, oh, so you wanted to hit the target that's sitting still in the middle of the field? No, you hit 40 feet above his head. You hit the hill behind him. I don't understand that. But and you get over to this thing with a better turret. This is the top turret, 90, 90, 90, front, sides, and rear. Then you have the option of a 76 millimeter gun with a good rate of fire, okay accuracy, and a good aim time, but 125 and 156 pin. But then you can get this thing. Why wouldn't you? It's fun, from what I know. Um, it goes slower with this thing because I imagine because of the turret and the gun being weighing a whole lot. It's only 5 rounds a minute, or almost 6. Penetration is 167. And as you can see, this is kind of a derp gun. Not really a derp gun, but it's kind of a derp medium because like it's like a hidden heavy tank gun on a medium tank that it's just confusing. This gun is gonna be hilarious when I get this thing. I'm gonna love it, even though it has a really bad aim time and a crap accuracy. This tank is meant for like closer ranges. I mean, tier 9 game you might struggle, but a tier 7 and 8 game it can handle itself just fine. There's no problem. Nothing behind that. Nothing a couple premium shells can't fix. I imagine this is going to be like the rest of rear mounted tanks. Rear turreted mounted tanks. You can side scrape really well, and the front plate is going to be really good at like deflecting shots the way it looks at 150. It's gonna look pretty cool. And then this is the Object 416. Like I said, this is one of the more unique tanks on this line. The next one is probably an insane one. Like I said, the rest of this, all the way down, is nothing but stock stuff about it. It's a little slower. Oh, and all these tanks are really light. They are under 30 tons. Every single one of them is. As you can imagine, this tank at 400 horsepower and being able to travel 50 kilometers an hour, you can expect it to be a lot slower. I mean, not a lot slower, but a lot lighter than most tanks. You get stock. You get the D10, which is that. It's comparing this tank to the T-44. This tank is like really low profile. No gun depression on these lines. And if you can deal with no gun depression, you can deal, if you play the T-62 and you know how gun depression is, you'll understand this. I'm debating whether I'm going to love this tank or not, because I will with this gun, because this is a tier 8 tank with a tier 9 100mm gun. That's pretty much the gun off the T-54. 7.5 rounds a minute with pretty good aim time and pretty good accuracy. With a completely like broken heat round on this thing, it's 330 pin. It can go through the front of any tank it sees, pretty much. Kind of like how the T-54 is, and why the T-54 is such a good tank and everybody loves it. And now the T-54 can see 2 tanks, 2 tier 10s. You can go to 2. You can go to T-62 and Object 140. And I've seen a lot of like Object 140s this morning, and I asked somebody what did they think about it, and they were like, "Oh, it's a good tank. It's more or less gun depression, but the turret isn't as good." Yeah, that's all about that. And you can see these tanks are really meant for speed. And then we get to the 430 version 2. This is stock, like I said, the 120 millimeter thick front plate. Now you know the T-54, if you've played it, the 120 millimeter like upper hull armor is really good. Now in this one, I know you can't see it, but it's even sloped further back, and that's almost an auto bounce if anybody hits above the lower glacis, and if they don't hit the upper glacis at almost the beak of it, if you know what I'm saying, or aiming down, they're going to bounce off. Poking ridge lines with this thing, you're going to get shot in the lower plate, but if you can shoot and back up, most of the time they'll end up hitting the front plate and bouncing off. This thing is like, it's faster than the last one. It immediately gets that Top Gun on it. It's just, man, this tank is nothing but a beast. Look at the turret armor, 248, 185, 63. You can get this one, but you get a really long aim time. It's the same options that you get on the T-54, just a different tank. It's like playing T-54, but with a better turret, but it's rear mounted. So, if you ask me, this is probably one of the coolest looking tanks. If you really want to know what it looks like, just look up images of it. You'll see them fully upgraded and stuff. I know what it looks like, and that's why I say it looks the coolest. Stock turret, though, I don't think it's that good. 223, that's pretty good, actually. I know that the top turret does have a weak spot or two on the front, but if you can hide the lower plate and you can side scrape, you're golden in this thing. And here comes Object 140. I do not know much about this tank, although that it has a pretty good front plate for a medium tank, I assume. 1900 hit points, okay. 55 speed limit, pretty good. Actually, that's really good. 52 traverse speed, that's really good if you ask me. Turret armor's 248. Now, I don't know, at the turret armor being 248, if that's just around the gun mantlet or like lower part of the roll or whatever, you know what I'm saying? If you ever seen the what's the word I'm looking for? Armor layout on Water Tank Inspector. This is what I'm talking about. It like goes from different thicknesses as you roll over the turret. I don't know if this is just around the gun mantlet or not. I will be taking my time to the 430-2 because of how cool it looks. And this gun shoots faster than both the T62 and the Object 140. Now, I don't know about gun depression, I don't know the stuff about the tank, but I'm just going through these, like I said, just to show you guys what the line's about and what the new tanks are if you were curious and you haven't got to see them for yourself. If you want me to show, I'm just going to go ahead and show the next tank. I'm not going to wait on it. So, Object 140, 9.09 rounds a minute, like I said, 9.09 rounds a minute, 9.36. Okay, I don't know the accuracy of all the guns. I assume they're around the same because they're exact same gun. Aim time's probably the same, and just the fire rate's different. But this is the same health, lower than the T62 at 1900. It's pretty much tied. 48 turret traverse speed, 40 traverse speed, 55, 50. He goes a little faster than T62A. Huh. That's interesting. The humongous turret thing on the top. This one is different of the two, and this one has the best turret traverse. This one has, I guess, the best turret armor and rate of fire, and the best hull armor on the front. I'm not going to say the Object 430 is the best, but paper-wise, it looks like it's the best. But I mean, you can say that about any tank and play, and it'd be total crap. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, anyways, that was about it for this. I'm gonna get the 843. I'm close. I do a review on it, let you know that this tank is complete crap. That I know this, it is poop. I mean, it's not bad, but it's poop. But anyways, guys, that's about it for this video. I will be doing a KP5 review, and there's another E75 video going up here later today. 2 games. I bought the E75 back just to play it, and I'm working on a new intro. I'll upload that too. Well, until next time, guys. See ya!